Harriet Tubman. Harriet should have been the face of the civil rights movement, but historians looked at her and went, let's go with Rosa Parks. It's fitting that they want to put Harriet on the $20 bill because she already looks like the rapper Currency. Harriet was illiterate, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, if she were alive today, she could be president.
Yes. Yes.
Harriet Tubman, roasting freedom.
Yes. Roasting freedom. Roasting freedom. Roasting freedom. Harriet Tubman, you are free. Freer than you could ever be in this world. Roast in peace, Harriet Tubman.
Manhattan to Mumbai. This is Thick Skin with Jeff Ross. Life is hard. We're getting through it together. I invited my good pal, Yamaneika.
Yes. The thickest skin that you'll ever find is on Yamaneika. Thick skin.
Thick skin, you win, I'm in.
I'm in, you in. Thick skin like pork rinds and wine. Pork rinds and wine. Don't that sound so good?
Coming at you from New York City tonight.
Yes.
I haven't seen my guitar in a while. I missed it, so I thought I'd bring it along for the podcast. I wanted Yamaneika to be here for a lot of reasons. She makes me happy.
Aww.
And if I'm feeling blue, I know she knows how to lift my spirits.
Yes.
And she is one of the stars of historical roasts on Netflix. Yamaneika is going to play Harriet Tubman. I can't wait for comedy fans to see this. I can't wait for people who don't even know what roasts are to see this, because the show is historical and hysterical.
Yes. Yes.
And we roasted Abe Lincoln. And my pal Bob Saget very honorably and admirably plays Abe Lincoln.
Yes.
And my other friend John Stamos plays John Wilkes Booth. And he did a one-man show.
Phenomenal.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Singing, dancing. He did a John Wilkes Booth extravaganza called McBooth. And you have to see it to believe it, but a true tour de force in this episode is Harriet Tubman roasting Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, that's right, Abe. They call you the great emancipator, but I freed the slaves. You just freed some ink from your pen. I ought to liberate your damn teeth from your mouth for taking credit for my shit.
Well, I've always...
Shut up! You told Horace Greeley that if you could save the Union without freeing us, you'd do it. Well, I guess those long legs help you straddle both sides of the fence, huh? Took you 2 years to free my people. If you had freed us sooner, maybe you would have had a few black folks in Ford's Theater saying, "Abe, he's right behind you, motherfucker, run." Then you had the nerve, you lanky cracker, to assume that we were just gonna pack up and go back to Africa because you freed us. Like we had fucking Expedia points saved up and shit. Nah, bro, we staying right here. This our country too. Shit. Besides, where the hell we gonna go? They blew up Wakanda in Infinity War.
And Yamaneika and I and our writers, we all wrote it together.
Yeah.
Some late nights.
Yes.
And Yamaneika turned it upside down, inside out, made it hers. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful performance. Netflix should nominate you for an Emmy for guest actress.
Yeah.
It's so good. I feel like you embodied her perfectly.
Oh, yeah. I did. My hair got real tough during that segment. It got real tough. I couldn't brush it for days.
Really?
Yeah. It was just like all the freedom. I had to wash the freedom out, you know? It was real rough. Them slave coils is no joke.
Well, now your hair is 7 different colors.
It is.
It's really cheering me up.
Now I'm rainbow bright. I'm every woman, huh? It's all in me. That's what Whitney said. That's what Shaka Khan.
Every woman.
Hey, it's all in me.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
And I know you had to run home tonight to visit your kitty cats to make sure they were okay.
Always a cat situation when I'm on it. The last time I cried, my cat Forbes had just passed.
Really?
He had just passed, and I had a moment. It was
the last time you were on this show.
Yeah.
I remember that. You were really sad.
It was a mess. And then it's like now I'm Brooklyn, but we're hoping for Brooklyn.
Is she okay? Is she sick?
Yeah, he's fine. I think he you know what it is? I have a new cat, Richard Pryor. Ugh. He is so annoying. But
really?
Yeah. He's so annoying. He's a cute little baby, but he wants a lot of attention.
I heard Richard Pryor lit his whiskers on fire.
Well, he definitely is freebasing off of cat litter.
He had too much crack nip.
Sure. They gave me this cat going, because, we had lost Forbes, and I wanted a pal for Brooklyn because he was sad. And the place I got him from, they were like, we've picked out this special cat. We went through all the cats in the barn, and we picked this one specially for Brooklyn. The temperament is right. He's lovable. He's this. Like he came from heaven.
Really?
I got him in the apartment. He robbed me 3 times. He's a street cat. Okay? He's out here. He's got gang affiliation.
Wow.
He's paging rats. I've seen rats at my door. Like, is the bitch still in the house? He's trying to run. It's a street cat. I know a street. He pisses and shits like a street cat. This is not no nice little. He's got the hard pisses and the hard shits.
Really?
This motherfucker.
How big is he?
He ain't but an inch. He like an inch. He looked at me. I bought this nice little litter for kittens. This motherfucker looked right in my eye and shat, running shit right in my. So far away from the litter. I was like, you could have walked over there.
Right.
Dr. Miracle or somebody was like, this is the best litter in the world. Every cat's attracted to it. Well, guess what? This street rat that I got in my house, he opened up a shawarma stop in the bedroom. I'm telling you, it's all kinds of vermin coming in here. He's selling tickets to sit. He's like, he had tickets to the Diana Ross concert. Can't nobody even get tickets to that. He is a street cat. He's hustling. He goes to 99-cent Jacks and he buys shit for $1 and he tries to sell on the street up for $5.
He sold us these microphones.
Yeah. He told me, he said, make sure you bring back some cashews and some Jews from Jeff's house. Oh, he's a mess. He's a mess. And they act like they got him from the heavens. No, you got him from the pit of hell, and he's got all these parasites and shit. Parasites. He had a tapeworm. We got rid of it. Really? Well, what part of the tape was this?
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
So what are you going to do with it? You got to reconcile this.
Every day I have a vision of putting him on the front, like putting him out like the cat on the Flintstones. But where am I going to put him? He's mine now. I feel the same way that my father probably felt when he looked up and realized he had 4 daughters.
Wow.
I can't get rid of them, but I wish they were gone.
So you both have pussy you don't want.
That's right. I got too much pussy in my house. I need nothing but dick.
All right, well, let it be heard.
Well, I just got out of something, so I don't need dick right now. I need to wait. As you said, this Ed has the Batman sign up on his phone. Now, are you Batmaning dick to here, or what's going on? You putting up the street signals for this?
My friend,
Okay.
what's the answer, Eddie?
I am an innocent bystander.
I saw a Batman signal on your phone.
You had me at your cat having the Diana Ross tickets. And
My buddy, Professor Eddy Friedfeld, he's a professor at NYU and Yale, and he's also a writer, journalist, comedy aficionado, expert. I asked him to come by because he's been coaching me on my upcoming appearance on $100,000 Pyramid.
You're going to $100,000 Pyramid?
Yeah.
oh, cool.
Hosted by Michael Strahan. So before we get into our touchy subjects,
They love giving Michael Strahan a gig, and that gap in his mouth is so thick. Is that where the pyramid's going to be? In that gap? He's a handsome guy, but damn it, that gap. I mean,
It was an extra field goal post that they had.
honey,
left
it's a
over.
camel toe in your mouth.
all right, well, I guess I'm talking to a room full of supermodels.
Hey now, I'm the best looking fat bitch you've seen in a long time.
This is true. You're very beautiful.
Thank you. What are you scratching out? Did I do one of your jokes?
No, yeah.
Eddie's looking over his...
Making a note to myself. Picked the wrong party to come to this evening.
Professor Friedfeld has been looking over some ideas to help train me, and I thought, Yami, you could help me with this.
Okay.
To train me to do $100,000 Pyramid.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I'll throw
Professor,
out.
do you think we could go with an easy one first?
Yes.
But
Okay.
train me, and if Yamaneika jumps in, then she gets that round. If I get it first, then I get that round. Oh,
Okay.
by the way, hi, Ed.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Great to see you. Cousin Ed's here.
Yes.
So are we scoring this or just
Try to score it.
I'll try and score it.
All right.
Okay, so let's start with. Tonight I'm going to go out and fly my kite and see if I could invent electricity.
Franklin.
Very good.
Wow.
No, wait. Are you playing, Jeff?
I
Because
tried.
The way you lay to the side, look like you about to go to sleep.
No, I'm trying to figure this out. Jeez, that was quick.
All right, we'll go with
I'm gonna
another
have to
one.
smoke a joint.
The hull, the mast,
Parts of
the
a boat.
rudder. Very good. Michael Avenatti, Donald
Lawyers.
Trump.
Scandals. Famous people.
Orange men.
No. People who screwed Stormy Daniels.
Oh, she got a laundry list.
Are you
like
doing
that?
a joke? They're not going to ask me that. That's pretty good, Eddie. Pretty good,
you.
Professor. Not bad
Thank you.
for a historian.
All right. White keys, black
Piano.
keys. Right.
Parts of a piano.
All right.
Parts of a piano.
I figured it's not the category.
I'm giving it to Yami.
Thank you.
You're killing me.
All right.
Yamaneika's crushing me at this.
No, you got it. We're like 2 for 2.
Lori Loughlin, Felicity Huffman.
Oh, Desperate Housewives. No.
No.
People,
the
people in a scandal. In the
Yes. All right. Your old uncle that tells the same stories over and over again. A terrible lecture.
boring.
Right. Very good.
Things that are boring.
A nurse.
A practice $100,000 pyramid game. This is fun. This is fun.
All right. A nurse. An examination room.
Things in a hospital. Things that you should go to.
Kids magazines.
Things in the pediatric office.
Things at Michael Jackson's house.
Yeah.
Is that it? I feel like that's
That's
it.
it.
Who got that? Yamaneika?
He said, was it Michael Jackson or pediatric?
Pediatric.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
You never know.
An apple. A stop sign. Allergic eyes.
Things that are red.
Very good.
Ooh, nice one.
A spare tire.
Things in your
jack.
car trunk.
Good. Waking up, brushing your teeth,
Things you do in the
taking a
morning.
shower. Very good.
An out-of-date sweater, old-fashioned eyeglasses, beard's crooked.
Yeah.
Things
yeah,
that
yeah.
Professor Friedfeld.
Yeah. You ain't got none of these. None of these will be the answer. Will be me and Cornbread Earl. Me, Earl, and Cornbread.
You think you're not as bad as you think you are, but you definitely need to train more.
I need to train more.
We need to train
So
more.
I guess
We'll have
you
to
can
do
beat
this again,
Yamaneika.
Eddie. We'll have to do
Absolutely.
this again.
I'll be calling you every day.
You think I could what?
I said, I guess you can beat Yamaneika.
Well, we were both warming up, and that was pretty close, and I really appreciate you playing it with me.
Oh, sure.
It's
it was
only
fun.
one round. It's only one round. You never know. The game could have went anywhere from there.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
All right, let's play things that happened in the world this week.
Yes.
It's time for Touchy Subjects.
Touchy subjects.
Touchy subjects.
Yamaneika, I just want to say one more time, I really appreciate you coming over.
Oh, I'm so glad to
I
be
love
here.
your
You know
mind.
that.
I really do love your mind.
Oh,
so.
thank you.
And your spirit.
Thank you. And I feel the same about you, Jeff.
Yeah. And don't forget about Yamaneika's special on Netflix, The Deplorables.
Yes.
The Degenerates.
Degenerates.
It's so good. It's so funny.
It's so funny. And if it's not funny for you, just watch my boobs.
If you
My
like
boobs are
filthy,
out.
dirty jokes
Yeah.
and big boobs
Yeah,
and a
it's
giant
there.
smile and
Yes.
and a whole bunch of shit about menstrual cycles, this is the special for you on Netflix.
Your closing joke's awesome too, by the way.
Thank
I think
you.
the whole thing's great, but you closed it out perfectly.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Touchy subjects?
Should we play?
Yes.
All right.
Touch,
yeah.
touch.
Touchy subject. This one, I really love this one. This is a good news touchy subject combination.
Oh, that's
Okay.
what
So
I need.
I like when it's happy, but yet it's incredibly dark at the same
Right.
time. The Nebraska couple whose little boy was killed by an alligator at Walt Disney World. Do you remember that story?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was the worst week in Orlando history. They got a new baby. They welcomed a new child. They have replaced the alligator-eating child. This is good news.
Well, congratulations to them. Now, what did they name the baby? Alligator?
I mean, I don't.
Or
This
name
was
him
such a
Bait?
sad story.
Christian Lane Graves.
Why would the last name be Graves and they baby is in the grave?
It's so sad.
Is that their real last name?
Yeah, but do you change your last name if your kid dies?
Yeah. We got to call it Everybody Lives Bergs. We
Disney
survive in Steens.
Disney movies make me cry already. Imagine how this family feels every time they watch a Disney movie.
Shit, every time they see somebody in an alligator shirt.
Ed, this is a very touchy subject.
I feel like this kid could grow up to be the greatest alligator killer of all time.
I hope they don't call him Captain Hook. Whatever his name is. Anyway, I hope they go to shout out to these people. They've been through a lot. Congratulations on your new baby.
Yeah.
And maybe go to Six Flags next time. What's
Yeah.
next? Ed?
Yeah, go to King's Dominion.
What's next?
Hanna-Barbera ain't killing nobody.
All right, this one's great. KFC is raising funds to create a Kentucky Fried Hot Tub. That's right. They are making an unusual tie-in product. They're raising money on crowdfunding site Indiegogo to develop hot tubs designed to resemble the chain's iconic fried chicken buckets. They're quoted in saying, like a KFC bucket, but bigger and filled with soothing hot water instead of delicious fried chicken. The company said on their campaign page.
Wow.
You know how you know they don't even care about this? That they went for a GoFundMe. They are not running short
Yeah, right.
on no money to put into this.
Okay.
And they want you to fund their nonsense. Now, 10 people in the world are going to buy this. 10.
Really?
10
Which
frat
10?
dudes are going to buy it. No, 9 frat dudes and 1 eccentric billionaire is going to buy it.
Yes, I'd like 3 Kentucky Fried Hot Tubs, please. Could you have them sent to my Swiss chalet?
Do they come with chicken? Do they come with dipping sauce? Like, you got to, nobody cares about
They
that
come with
bucket.
breasts and thighs.
Well, you know what?
Oh,
Maybe they
shit.
should make you the spokesperson.
Maybe they should. I already do commercials for Long John Silver's bidet.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
Yamaneika, I don't know if some guy invited you over, Like my friend here, Professor Eddy Friedfeld.
Oh, I would get on the phone with my girlfriends instantly, be like, "Girl, you see this fat shit he had prepared for me? Are you kidding me? Oh, you think I'm a chicken now, huh? You couldn't just do something natural like try to eat my ass. You gotta try to dunk me in a chicken bucket. What kind of racist shit is this?
That is raw. That is rough.
Chicken fried bucket, steak sauna spas and shit.
I think if you was extra crispy.
Let me tell you something. That hit so many different levels because let me tell you something. The other day I had a debate. I had a couple more days into my diet. And I said, do I get Popeyes or do I get KFC? And that KFC skin on the original, fuck the crispy. That original got all the fucking seasonings.
Yeah, I mean,
all of them. They
7
taste
spices
like
and
they
herbs
put more spices in it.
Popeyes is great. I can't take this bad mouthing.
No, let me tell you something. The Popeyes is great, but here's where Popeyes lost me. When they kept trying to convince us that Cheryl or whatever the black woman's name is that does the commercials now, that she's the one that runs Popeyes. And you know why they did that? Because they want black people to watch this shit now and go, oh, it's a black woman that owns Popeyes. That bitch don't own Popeyes.
Right.
You know who making your fucking Popeye chicken? Some white guy from Minnesota. He don't know shit about seasoning or shit. His family stole that from slaves from 100,000 years ago.
It's Louisiana chicken.
Yeah, ain't no motherfucking Louisiana chicken. That's Bertha's chicken on the plantation in fucking South Carolina.
You're right.
Fucking Louisiana. Zataran. What the fuck is a Zataran?
I ate Popeyes once in my life. It opened up in Kenmore Square near my dorm in college in Boston. And people were waiting for weeks and weeks for Popeyes. It was like hot new thing like Chick-fil-A would be now. Like everybody wanted to taste it first. And after class one day, I went in there and I bought like a 3-piece. And I was about 1.5 pieces into my 3-piece.
Yeah.
And I felt like my stomach felt like 30,000 pieces.
Yeah, that's oppression.
Like something was happening to me where I literally had to leave my meal, and I had no money. So for me to leave food over, I had to get up from my meal and walk, 3 blocks to my dorm and go back to the. It was bad. It gave me a terrible upset stomach.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I don't know what's harder to believe that they opened a Popeyes at your school.
By the way, shout out.
You only went one time to Popeyes.
Shout out to our sponsor, Popeyes, by the way. I probably shouldn't have told that story.
Are they really a sponsor?
Yeah.
We keeping this in here because that joke I ran was hot.
Not Popeye chicken, Popeye the Sailor Man. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, so you being sponsored by Olive Greek oil?
Yeah.
We work out together, me and Popeye.
Yeah?
All 4 arms, these guys.
Do they still make Popeye, Eddie?
The cartoon?
Yeah,
No.
what happened to Popeye?
It ran its course.
It was great.
Yeah, because all this domestic abuse going on. Right? Bluto always snatching up olive oil, whipping her ass. It was like
Bluto was a piece of shit.
We all focus on Popeye because he's saving her. No, why is he always saving her? Because he's getting her ass beat by Pluto. That shit was a Me Too moment times 10.
I am what I am, and that's what I am.
They got rid of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They about to get rid of fucking Popeye. Because when these women realize that, what's her name was getting her ass beat?
Yeah.
They going to be marching in Tiananmen Square, honey.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, big ass.
Was Popeye
He was a lifesaver.
Bluto was out here.
Bluto was a big monster.
Yeah, he
Popeye was a
snatching up.
hero.
Oh, Popeye was listen, it was a bad example for them to have Popeye as a hero. He never went to the gym. All the nigga had to do was eat a can of spinach and he's there. Please, get the fuck out of here.
Just trying to get
the fuck out of here.
vegetables.
He ain't got to do no PX90 or nothing. He just got to open up a can of fucking what?
He was old school. Look at
Del
that.
Monte? He got to open some Del Monte. Let me tell you something about Del Monte. And I hope they ain't a sponsor. Del Monte and that fucking processed can, they got some green beans, honey. Ain't nothing but cancer in a can.
Really?
I'm telling you, you want to get processed canned vegetables? That's the weakest motherfucker on the field.
Not everybody has time to go shopping.
Honey, if you ain't got time to get fresh-ass vegetables that's standing right there in front of you, it takes more time to go into the center of the grocery store to get the processed shit than to do to go around the perimeter and get some fruits and vegetables.
You're right.
Shit. Why am I giving you that advice?
So you're a chef, Ed. Why do people buy canned vegetables?
More shopping tips after this message.
Because they can't cook when they're poor, usually. It's only 99 cents for a can of vegetables, and you just pour it in the microwave, and you press play, and then you say, "See you later, kids."
Guess what?
I'm going to go gamble away the rest of our money.
Being sick at the end is worse. Being sick at the end is more money. That's what they don't put people, and it's hard because, they make things that's supposed to be like, you should just be able to get broccoli. You know what I'm saying? I went to Whole Foods one time to get a salad, right?
I'm gonna have to get some more cashews. That's all I know. Slow down, Yami. You're gonna get sick. You're eating them too fast.
Well, first of all, if you didn't want me to eat them, you shouldn't have put them out here.
No, I love that you're eating them.
You should have put me on a cashew limit.
Nothing makes me happier than when my friends eat. It makes me so happy.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's how we get down. That's how we get down.
I want a food sponsor.
Let me tell you about this Whole Foods thing.
It's not going to be Popeyes. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
I went to Whole Foods to get a salad because they said eat before you go shopping so you're not hungry.
Yeah.
I put a couple of little leaves in there, spinach, a couple of little leaves with other shit. Maybe like a half of a red pepper just that was chopped up, like three strips of red pepper. And not even a full crouton. I took the crouton, smashed it up, I threw it in the air and let the sprinkles lay where they laid, okay?
$62.
Yeah,
Honey, I put the thing down. The woman said there was 14 something or the other. And I said, 14 for what? I said, are you fucking kidding me? I can go out and graze in the grass for free.
Yeah.
Now, why are you taking the shit? All these horses and shit. Let me tell you something. This is how stupid we are in the country, right? They tell you everybody want to go eat an animal that's been grass fed, right? Because that's the thing. Oh, I don't want my animal to be eating Cheetos and shit. But let me go ahead and get a grass fed animal.
Things that are
The
loved.
motherfucker is eating that grass for free. You paying double the charge to eat the grass in his fucking belly because they charging us for shit that we should be having for free. Broccoli is free. Lettuce and shit is free, or it should be no more than 50 cents. Don't tell me that I gotta pay $3 a pound for broccoli, and then I can go get a Del Monte can and only pay 55 cents. Aren't they also paying $3 for broccoli? So the can should be more, right? Because they had to process it. Think.
I mean, they get awful broccoli, and they just, they treat it like
Whatever.
shit.
I was told there would be no math on this show.
Y'all lost Del Monte as a sponsor because I done ran them through the ringer.
No, fuck them.
But I'll get a can of their corn tomorrow.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to fresh vegetables, right?
Yeah.
All right, Ed, what's next?
Yami, this one's perfect for you.
It's a touchy subject.
Let me
Perfect
guess,
for
it's
you.
either about Diana Ross or Blade.
I love Stephen Dorff, but it's not about Blade.
Okay.
It's about a woman who almost died from a stroke triggered by oral sex. Now, she wasn't giving it. She was getting it.
Oh, now who is he? Where he at?
And what's
That's what the story need to be about his ass. Not woman almost dies, man almost kills.
Yes.
Because I want to know where he at.
They made a statue of him in the middle of...
I bet nothing but a tongue.
Next guest.
This happened down in London, Chelsea, and Westminster Hospital. She was
Oh, of course, because them women in Britain, they got small vaginas or something. Like they got delicate. Any bitch that has
fat tongues as well.
Every day,
Yeah.
she got a delicate pussy. You can't be putting a lot of pressure on her shit. You know what happened? A nigga from Cleveland probably showed up over there, and from Cleveland, he was in town visiting one of his damn pen pals or some shit, and he ran into her, and he was like, "Oh." He said, I'm from Cleveland. She said, oh, good day, sir. Would you like me to show you the town? He goes, of course. I'm from Cleveland. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And then she brings him back to her boudoir and shit. And he's like, well, let me pull some of this little Cleveland snake down on you. And he licked her pussy to death.
It was a subarachnoid hemorrhage that she got, an aneurysm.
So he was going down on her?
Well, she had that before him.
I mean, he knocked something loose. I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
Yeah, she got an aneurysm through orgasm.
She came and went at the same time.
Oh, my God. Well, she's still alive, right?
Yeah, she's still alive.
She's okay.
Now, I want to know who told, is that the story he told so he looked like he didn't kill her? Because, like, who told this story? Did she wake up and go, what happened? I thought I was getting my pussy ate. How am I in the hospital? Like, how did they find this out?
Last thing I remember, he took me to an all-you-can-eat buffet.
And he dunked me in a damn KFC chicken sauna.
A lot of pressure for the second date.
For real. Because if you almost killed me this one, you're going to definitely let me high five with Jesus on the next one.
Now, Professor Friedfeld, I know you teach at Yale and NYU. Now,
Not anymore.
Man, you can forget their credentials.
Not after this airs.
Now,
You got tenure.
now, when you're going down on one of the other teachers, you teach about comedy, so you have to understand that anything goes, right? I mean,
Yeah, like my career.
You'll be fine. I be getting down over where you at.
what do you tell your students, Eddie? Do you tell them, when they're asking about stand-up, like where the line is? Do you have a line?
I do have a line, and it's a Joan Rivers line. It's listen to the audience. The audience will tell you everything you need to know, but you have to listen really carefully. I mean, you can't push. You have to be sensitive. That a great comedian is going to know. You can't say the same things over and over again. The audience will guide you. That's how you become great.
I like that.
You can tell that was never applied. Nobody
Really?
ever applied that. No.
Why?
That's beautiful. It's beautiful to say, no disrespect to Joan Rivers. But that doesn't always apply. That's not consistent, because sometimes when you are a comic that may be talking about things that people are not ready for or can't connect with, they can't tell you how to go through that. You just got to go through it. And it's in those moments when you're trying to connect with people that can't connect with you, you discover what that material really is and how important it is to you. And whether you need to deviate from what you're doing or stay the course.
I think every comic is different, and the context, the moment's always different. Where's the line? It's like you could say a joke in a roast and it's fine. Then you say a joke in church and it's not fine. Same joke.
It also varies from audience to audience. You could do 3 shows in one night, and in 2 sets, the material will kill, and then another set, it'll die, and it's not you, it's the audience.
Right.
Well, sometimes it's us.
Sometimes it's just off.
Yeah. It ain't always them. But I get it. I'm here to meld into you. You understand? I'm here to swim like a fish into each one of you. It's very circular. So I'm just laying my opinion on top of the idea, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, but if you try something...
When you're teaching at students, you want to say it in an idealistic way so that they have something to sort of hang on. I think everybody in comedy understands that everything's a little sloppy and clunky, and sometimes show business isn't fair, and the rules... Like, a friend of mine, Gary Goldman, has been putting the rules of comedy up on his Twitter account. Every week he adds another rule of, sort of a guideline of being a good stand-up or an effective stand-up. And I took a quick look at it last night, and he's up to like 79 or 80 pieces of advice. And I noticed there's a lot of people that are following him and trying to really learn stand-up this way. And some of the guys at the table at the Comedy Cellar were ragging on him because, like, who are you to tell us how to do comedy? But I said, no, I like that he's doing that, because there's somebody who doesn't have the guts yet, or doesn't really, it's too mysterious. And they're like in Boise, Idaho going, I'm so miserable. I wish I knew something about those people I see on TV or YouTube. Like, so here's Gary kind of explaining like a few ways, not to like point out that the crowd is a certain way if it's an empty crowd. Like, I don't always do what he says, but I think I appreciate knowing some sound reasoning, and then I can evaluate it based on my own experiences as the days and sets and months and years go by.
What was the most interesting rule to you that Gary put?
Pull it up.
Gary's? All right.
Gary Goldman's Twitter. It's fun.
I think the two things that are here is, one, maybe that person in Idaho needs to stay where they are if they can't push through. No, seriously, because we didn't all just land in LA or New York. We had to push through to get here. The obstacles that I had to, the things that I had no intention of being a stand-up. I was classically trained in the theater. My mother suggested stand-up to me. She just happened to take a stand-up class. Like the ways in which I got to this was destined. And I think the comics that are destined to do it will find a way. But I also do like the fact that there's guidelines, and it's fine. See, what happens is we think when people give suggestions or guidelines that they must apply to us, and then our ego plays and says, who are you to tell me? But he is not telling you. He's telling whoever wants to hear it. It does not have to apply to you. And I think sometimes we get like that in comedy. We kind of get snobbish and we start to think like, I hate sitting with comics who want to dissect people's sets and specials. I'm like, because to me, that's just a waste of time. Let's find our truth so that you can have a special. I don't want to hear us dissecting who, what, where, why, because we all know that comedy is personal to everyone. And someone may not be your cup of tea, but there's somebody's cup of tea, and we can't disrespect the flavor of the tea.
I agree with that.
I agree with that, too.
Number 84. It's helpful to make a set list, especially for long shows. Write it on a napkin, put it next to a drink on a stool. It's mostly new jokes and new lines for old jokes. So aggravating to forget a new joke you've been honing. Glance sparingly.
Glance sparingly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not be married to it, yeah.
Whatever happened to him, glance sparingly? He was funny.
They said he went over to the UK and started giving women aneurysms.
I heard he dropped out of comedy because there was no rule book. Anyway, I took a class and I found it very beneficial. So shout out to the teachers in this comedy world. What's next? What's next, Ed?
All right. Oh, this is a weird one. Firefighters rush to rescue a baby, but they found a doll. The Oklahoma City Department said crews responded to a house fire just after 7 a.m. Tuesday and used thermal imaging camera to try and determine whether anyone was still trapped inside. The camera captured what appeared to be the shape of a baby in a chair, and firefighters rushed into the room and discovered it was actually just a doll.
First of all, can I say I thought you were reading another rule. So I was like, wow, he did a rule about firefighters?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Let me just tell you how I know they white. Because they used the firefighters was rescuing a white family, and I'm gonna tell you why. The amount of effort they went to go rescue this white baby that wasn't even there. Thermo imaging? When did this come into play?
I mean, who knows? I mean, we're not.
My firefighter comes to my house with a Viewmaster. Do you understand? Like, he doesn't even. You know how he's getting rid of the fire in my neighborhood? He's playing it on PS4. Like, nobody can. It's a simulation game to him. But then now, when the white kids are involved, they got thermo imaging to see, and then they still rescue. Like, if
they made a mistake, or they need to start paying these firefighters enough where they can pay for their own kids' toys. Come on, shout out to the firefighters.
Of course, I love the fire and their calendars.
One more, Ed. Come on, one more.
One more. We got.
This is our last touchy subject. Then I want to ask you a little bit about playing Harriet Tubman.
What do you think, Alex Trebek or the GOAT?
Alex Trebek. Shout out to Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek has pancreatic cancer.
Well, I know. What
never mind. The GOAT. I like the GOAT.
Yeah, let's do the GOAT. Yeah, nah. I'll change the subject for 200.
The new honorary.
The question is, whose life is in jeopardy? Oh, man, I love Alex Trebek. I thought he had all the answers.
God bless him. God bless him. He's a great man.
When is it too early to come back to work? Ding, 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 ding. Take your time, Alex. We'll wait for you. He's a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
All right. So there's a new honorary mayor of Fairhaven, Vermont. A 3-year-old goat named Lincoln was officially sworn into office this week. And on his first day of being mayor, he shit in the office.
Oh, man.
A goat. Well, that's cool because we being run by a donkey. You know, the amazing thing to me is that this is how you know there's no minorities in this town. Because they don't even care about what's going on there. They're like, as long as ain't no donkeys here, we let the goat run and do the business. We got shit to do. Now, how did he even get on the bill? At what point do you look at yourselves and go, you know what, Meemaw, we fucking up. That there's a goat, who the hell he run up against? Who he run against?
Who lost to the goat?
Yeah.
He was chosen after the last mayor retired. And like you said, they didn't need one.
He was a very bad man.
Lincoln got 13 votes, beating out a dog named Sammy that got 10 votes.
Really? This town hates itself.
Can you imagine? I'm gonna move there with my cat Pryor in Brooklyn, because Pryor hustle him out of a whole presidency. Shit, I'll be the mayor of that town.
Imagine how the last mayor feels. The goat's name's Lincoln.
Yes.
He's already drawn up legislation to free all the other goats.
Yes. Amen. 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 Amen.
Shout out to the goats. The greatest of all time. Oh, man. This is so much fun. That's Touchy Subjects.
Yes.
Eddie just cracked his knuckles.
I was like, were you landing a plane? Shit, that was a crunch heard around the world.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're going to have arthritis for sure.
What are you going to do?
I don't mind a little
arthy?
A little podcast stretch.
Yeah, let's get it.
This is what we would do in the writer's room, right?
Here I go again on my own.
Yamaneika was a writer on historical roasts. You can see it starting Memorial Day on Netflix.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Memorial Day.
6 of them. Mm-hmm. One of them is Abe Lincoln, and, who better to roast Honest Abe than super honest, real ass Harriet Tubman.
Keeping it real.
I've never seen a picture of Harriet Tubman smiling. So, Yamaneika, you did not smile once in the hour and a half taping.
Not one. It was hard for me. But I had to stay in character. There was a lot of, you know what? I feel like Harriet Tubman stepped inside me and said, girl, if you don't get this right, I'm going to have all the ghosts of my bad hairdos walk through your dreams at night. And I think I did her justice. And Harriet was let me tell you something. The thing I love the most about us doing Harriet Tubman is I think sometimes people can reduce her to certain little moments, or reduce her character, or make a mockery of what a dynamic and powerful and strong woman she had to be. And not just on the basis of being, I talk a lot about this on my podcast, just being black and being a woman and the strength that you have to endure with that. But she did it not only for herself and selfishly, but so that she could help other people. And I think that was the best thing I learned about her.
That's
her
what makes her a hero.
Yes. Yeah.
That truly makes her a hero, because she knew how to get out.
Yeah.
But who would ever go back and go, I could get some other people out?
No, and she had 2 brothers that was fucking it up.
Right.
2 brothers. She tried to escape twice with 2 of her brothers, and they was fucking it up. Because they kept asking white women to come join them. But he's like, I told you to stop bringing Sarah. Now we got to go back. They was like, I'm telling you, they had she was beat in the head with, she was hit in the head with an iron rod, and shit.
Yeah.
Like any Teflon Don. You hear me?
Yeah.
She lived at 93.
Really?
Back then.
Harriet Tubman lived to 93 years old.
How crazy is that? She ran with Susan B. Anthony and stuff like that.
She had a couple of dudes in her pockets. You know what I'm saying? She was still, she the only person I know probably could go on Match.com right now and find a man. Right now.
She had a younger man, right?
Yeah, she had a younger man. Let me tell you something. If you don't think Harriet Tubman ain't had no good pussy, because she ain't had time to fuck. It was tight. You get up in there, what? And she got to fuck quick, too, because she don't know, she got to go back and sing Old Man River by the West Bank.
What was your joke on the show? It's hard to get, it's easy to get a man to go down on you when you're holding his freedom papers.
That's right. If you want to go up north, you're going to have to go down south.
Folks, you got to watch this. You got to watch this on Netflix.
This is truly a powerful performance.
This is the realest sketch show you've ever seen.
Yo, and Jeff, you look so dynamic, man. I mean, you and your little accent that night. I said, look at Jeff out here killing it for the people.
What would I was like,
yeah, do it.
I need the mutton chops.
Yeah, the mutton chops. Oh my God, the chops was out there.
Hello. Now I can only do it British. Wait, hold on.
It was like a southern, like British, like a. I'm General.
Harriet Tubman. I can't do it anymore. I have to be in
And
contact.
Harry goes,
it, though.
"What you talking about, General? Yo, fish eye fool."
It was like, put your flags up, wave 'em around. We got the honest Abe, the great emancipator in the, gonna roast him. I don't know what I was doing.
Yo, that whole audience was having flashbacks hard.
That was a
And
great.
they wasn't even there.
That was a great crowd. And shout out to Natasha Leggero.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
What a performance.
Mary Todd Lincoln, who was just,
Yeah.
she was a scream.
Everybody was
Yo.
on fire, man.
Yeah.
It was spectacular. I'm telling you, it was hard for me not to laugh up there and to keep my. I'm telling you, it was hard because it was so much. Man, if I could sat there, it's the one time I've been on a show where I'm like, I wish I was sitting in the audience watching this shit go down. Yeah. You know.
The audience has had a good time on the historical roast because our friend Roger Forker costume designed the show, and he dressed our friends and people who signed up for tickets as, people from that society, so that whoever we roasted, if we roasted Abe Lincoln, then everybody in the audience was wearing 1860 garb. And we even had some Confederate soldiers in the front row who cheered when John Wilkes Booth spoke. And it was definitely like a real fun, crazy, people really got to live out some crazy performances.
Let me tell you something about Roger. Let me tell you when I knew he was the man.
Yeah.
When he had to go get some plus-size nude fishnets. And like he had less than 2 hours to get plus-size.
He doesn't panic.
Honey, if it wasn't for him, my thighs would have been jiggling all over the place in that Beyonce cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Just, he got them fishnets like that in 2 different kinds.
Oh, for roast battle.
Yeah.
That was a great entrance.
Oh, my God.
Also, the
for
best
days.
battle I think on all of the televised roast battles, in my opinion.
Yo,
People
we went
say
hard.
your roast battle against Jamar Neighbors is one for the books.
Let's roast!
Yamaneika, bitch, your name literally sounds like some ghetto-ass tires. Yo, we don't got no more Yokohamas, but we got these Yamaneikas 2 for $20.
All right, I'm gonna be sincere for a moment. Jamar and I have a lot in common. We were both molested as a child. The only difference is my molester came.
Yeah, she got molested when she was 5. That's the last time anybody was feeling her.
Nigga, you tried to breastfeed my ass back then. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about, nigga? Come on, let's be real, motherfucker. Like you wouldn't fuck this nigga. Come on. Come on, nigga.
Bitch, your pussy's so big, a hunchback comes out every morning to ring your clitoris to wake you up. Wake up, bitch. It's time to roast battle. Wake up, bitch. It's time to roast battle.
Jamar, you look like your dad said Beetlejuice 3 times before he came.
I love that.
People could look up that roast battle on Comedy Central's website. That's a really hot one.
Yeah. We was both in it. We was in it, man.
You didn't want to roast Jamar at first.
No.
Like, you guys were not interested. You didn't have a real relationship. You didn't know each other well, so it was not a hot battle, like in theory. But my thinking was they both kind of want to battle. Nobody wants to battle either of them because they're both so good. They're going to get to know each other, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you're both good. It'll be entertaining, and, you both deserve a battle. It was a high-profile night.
Yeah.
And, it was super hilarious.
Oh,
I
what
did
a
penalize
night.
you at a certain point you did, push into him. Like, I very rarely have,
No touching is a rule, and you got a little too
I
close.
did. Well, let me tell you something.
I wrote the rules of roast
it was
battle.
my
No
spirit.
physical contact.
You know what it is? And a lot of people thought that I was angry during that. I really wasn't. You go into a thing in roast where you get aggressive.
Of course.
And you go into character, and it's like you can't break. I don't think people want to meet. Like, there was times where he said shit that was really funny. It's like that pinky toe shit off the gate. If I laughed off the gate, I could just forget it. I can't. I have to ramp up.
I love that. I love that, Yamaneika. That's exactly right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's like, you got to be in it to win it. You can't, like, you know, in your case.
Yeah.
I like when certain battlers, they get hit hard, they laugh and they take it well, and then they come right back swinging it. You know, it's okay to laugh at yourself at roast battle, but you know, the way you guys were coming at each other that hard,
the energy,
and you didn't know each other,
was crazy.
Yeah, it was great. One of my favorite.
It was
battles.
Beautiful. Shout out to Jamar.
Yeah.
Nice little tasty morsel.
Shout out to Jamar Neighbors.
Nice shot.
How long you been doing stand-up now, Yami?
I'm hitting 20.
20 years. You're just about to get funny right now.
This
is your sweet spot right now.
You think so?
Yeah.
I just had a meltdown the other day.
What do you mean?
You know the biz.
Every time I ask about you, you got another gig, like a crazy movie or TV gig.
Everybody's like, what?
Just because you're super red hot doesn't mean you have to say yes to everything. Like, you're a thorough, what do you call it? A Formula One. Like, you got to don't overrun your.
No, I'm not going to overrun it. But let me tell you something. I remember Nicki Minaj said this. One of her little documentaries, not little, but you know, her first documentary she had out. And she was like, everybody called me to get on their track to make it hot. And I go on there and make it hot. And now it's time for me to make my shit hot. So when I feel like that, when I feel like, yo, now it's time, and I feel like that now it's time. Yeah. But I'm honored, especially in this business, appreciative that so many people call me because they don't have to. You know, I don't have to be working at all. I'm just really honored with the love, and I don't take it for granted. So I try to help people and help out and do stuff when I can, because why not? Spread Yamaneika around a little bit. Yeah.
I was glad you came to LA for the historical show.
I was so happy to be there. And let me tell you something. You know, all the writers in the room, phenomenal. The way we paired up, the way we went off and worked on this and that and came back and we all went through it together. I have to say,
there was not an easy show to write, because people have very different fiery opinions about history and also how it should be told.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was in there too.
Yeah, because you don't want to glorify, you know, people who shouldn't be glorified.
Correct.
Which is, you know, it's because you want to, like, everyone assumed you want to do the roast of Hitler.
Right.
But you can't do the roast of Hitler.
Right.
Hitler's awful.
Right.
That you're honoring him.
Right.
So even though he's the most popular and the easiest to roast, you know, you got to go with someone more noble. You know, so you got to. It's difficult because you can't roast Genghis Khan. You know, he's a monster. You know, but it being so popular, you know, it was so much fun. It was the perfect wheelhouse. It was history, sketch, and roasting. It's all I ever wanted to do my whole life. It's all. And I hope, to me, I just hope, like, I learned from history from movies and TV and comedies and Mel Brooks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to me, this was a show that, like, I felt like it was very important that our facts were straight.
Yes.
And we were able to teach people. There's a lot of that in the Harriet Tubman speech.
Yeah.
A lot of things people don't know. You talk about her husband, you know, the fact that she carried, I don't want to give away too much, but, you know, it's we are going to teach people.
Yeah.
I feel like kids who are writing a report can watch this.
Oh, for sure.
And learn
really
about
that's a great idea.
That's
such a fun thought.
You just became a learning aid.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, when I was a kid, I loved, you know, I wouldn't have known what the Spanish Inquisition was if it wasn't for Mel Brooks, you know, so it's very important. I think we have to, there's so much, everyone wants the most popular thing, what's you know, YouTube or, you know, whatever, you know, YouTubers or, you know, whoever the most biggest star is, but, you know, we have to remember we have a duty to teach people as well, and we're a voice, and you have to, you know, you got to make sure that you go in there and someone could walk away with something and learn something.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings. I want to say, ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it ring on till victory is won. All the black people are going to write you in and say this bitch messed up the words. Sing a song. I went to white school. All of the hope and you can always tell the kids that went to black kids that went to white school because they start checking out after the end of the first verse. Sing a song. Lift every voice and sing. Since I don't know the words, I can change it to whatever I want.
That's right.
Till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it ring on till victory is won.
Thank you for that, Yami.
Thank you.
What a pretty way to end our podcast. Life is hard, but we're getting through it together. Thanks for listening to Thick Skin with Jeff Ross. Thank you, Yamaneika.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Eddy Friedfeld.
Thank you.
That was really fun. I'm going to be doing as much comedy as I can this year, my 30th year in stand-up. Me and David Tell, maybe you'll come to some of these shows, Yami.
I would love to be there.
We're going to be
mics.
We're going to be in Vegas. What is that?
The Vegas show? I think the Vegas show's in June.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it an actual.
Got some bumping mic shows coming up.
Yeah. Memorial Day weekend, Bethlehem, PA, Sands Casino on the 24th and on the 25th. Atlantic City, the Music Box at the Borgata. These are perfect Yamaneika shows.
Yes.
And then 6/14, you guys are going to be at the Morongo Casino in Cabazon, California, close to Palm Springs.
Place. That's a fun place.
I've never been there.
Palm Springs, California. That's the fucking joint right there, man.
I've never been. I got to go check it out. This will be the perfect excuse.
Come hang.
Hell yeah. And October 14th, you're going to be in Huntington, New York at the Paramount Theater.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun. And then 6/21 and June 21st, Friday, Clusterfest, Roast Battle.
That's going to be fucking great.
That's going to be awesome.
And you guys get a chance. You got to check out Yamaneika's podcast, Rantin' and Ravin'.
Thank you so much, my love. Yes.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud, and I'm sure it's available some other places as well.
And I can't wait to secure all the gentlemen here as a guest individually.
Amen.
To talk to you.
Hell yeah.
I'm in.
And then also, I mean, go check her out on their special, The Degenerates.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful special. Her and a bunch of other friends of the show do it. And Joey Coco Diaz, Jay Okerson. It's a cool group of people.
Yeah.
It is filthy.
How are you going to follow that up, Yami? How are you going to follow that up?
Oh, the material now, people have been like, where's the sex? I'm like, oh, there's layers to this one. But it's always going to be funny. It's always going to be funny. But I'm going to follow it up big time. It's only going to get better from here.
That's awesome. Well, you're super funny. Thanks for coming downtown.
Thank you.
Leaving your cats alone for all this time.
Poor Brooklyn.
Thank you. Poor Brooklyn.
Poor Brooklyn.
Brooklyn living in Harlem.
That cat's going to move to Long Island one day. Just to get you mad.
Yes.
Yami.
He got 14 years to move. I need him with me.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Rate and review our show on iTunes. Check us out on Spotify. Email us at thickskinwithjeffross@gmail.com. Instagram, thickskinwithjeffross. Twitter, @thickskincast. We love you, baby.
I needed this. Thank you.
Love ya. Bye.